Ready for a new style? Call AA Salon in Wheeler Springs Plaza, 775-764-1898.
We moved spaces from last year from the middle bay into the bigger bay here, but the floor is very, very uneven. It's an old firehouse building. The floor is settled over the years, so it's very, very uneven flooring. So what we are doing, I went into Home Depot and I was talking to the manager about what it was going to take to level the floor out. And he said, well, let me come look at it. So him and a couple of the managers came over and took a look at it and decided that this might be a great opportunity for a Team Depot build. So they submitted a grant for $5,000, and that is what we're working with, is the $5,000. We ended up with countertops and cabinets and a workbench, and the most important part is the flooring for the ring so we can program properly. We literally were just trying to figure out how to level the floor to make it easier to program the robot, and the store manager was like, well, what do you do for this, and what do you do for this, and how do you store your stuff? And so I was showing him, and he was like, well, we can do better than that. So it was a shock, but a pleasant surprise for sure. Just the level playing floor is the most important, because when we program our autonomous, which is the 30-second undriver controlled, it has to be a pre-programmed, and if you don't have a level flat surface, then the robot's not going to do the same thing every time. So making sure that they have that level spot for the robot to do exactly what it needs to do every time consistently is imperative to the team. We have a 12 by 12 playing field with the rubber mats on the floor, and we compete against everybody in state. Like we've been a state champion at least once. We're working on doing that again this year. Last year we took third in state, so not too shabby. We've been consistently at the top of the state every year since our inception. So these kids are amazing. What they can do is great. I've got 3 kids on the team now that started with the team back season 1 and 2 that are mentors for the newer team members. So it's something that just continues to gain the momentum each year over year. Every single season they have a completely different game that you have to play, so the robot has to perform completely differently. So one year we shot the rings, another year we picked up cubes, another year we picked up little balls and blocks. So every year is a little bit different, and we don't know what's coming this year until September 10th, which is when our kickoff is.
Well, when Jen first brought us over here and they were showing how warped the floor was, so when we started to see how we were going to do it, the only thing we came up with was we have to do a base. So then as we did a little bit of research, I found some leveling legs that we could get on there strong enough to hold the support, but I could get it level enough to where the robot wouldn't be struggling trying to go up and down a slope.
Not knowing how the floor was going to go together, they're genius here. You come up with a good plan on how to put it together, and it's actually working great. Kids are getting involved. They're having fun. It's a huge transformation from what they had before to what you can see what's going on here today. So
the flooring that we're using is the same stuff you would use like in a 2-story house, so it's sturdy enough knowing that if all the kids caught it and jumped up and down, nobody's going to get hurt. Great community, great store, great associates. Absolutely love being out here.